How you doing? What's your name, age, and pronouns?
My name is Ben, 25 years of age, and pronouns, I don't do it. You can call me any pronouns you please. Any pronouns you please.
Okay. What are you here to talk about?
So, you say that trans women are women. Are you a straight man by any chance?
No.
Oh, no, you're not. Okay. So, why do you think they're women? What purpose do you think, what makes someone a woman? Can you define a woman for us?
Sure, it would be an adult member of the human race whose stigma aligns with the female sex.
Who's their what aligns? Their what?
Whose social expression or phenotypical expression aligns with the female sex.
Interesting. So, anyone who presents themselves as woman, anyone who society would characterize as a woman just by looking at them, oh, that's a woman. You're saying that's a woman.
Yeah, sure. If they describe themselves as a woman, then sure.
But, sir, you're not making any sense. You're getting into a circular logic here. You're getting into a circular logic here.
Well, no, it's not.
What are
It's
they
not at all
identifying as?
because man and woman, that is gendered language. Gender is a social construct. It might as well not exist, so it doesn't matter.
What are the qualities, elements, and properties of the social construct of man?
What are the which?
Qualities, elements, and properties of social construct of man.
Well, I mean, like that would be kind of based on traditional roles, traditional job elements, or like any the dress sense, any of these sorts of things, all of which have changed over time.
Sir, what you're describing right now is femininity and masculinity. It's not men.
Well, that would be a part. That would be a part of it. Femininity and masculinity are just phenotypic expressions of your
any man
of your gender. That's it. That's all it is.
Any human can occupy femininity and masculinity, but women cannot occupy the men, and men cannot occupy the category women. So again,
Okay,
the qualities
so you
presented,
you would be
they
the
are
third,
not.
you would be the third guest that I am now asking this, and so like maybe you can, I mean, third time's the charm. So what is the necessary condition to being a woman?
I've never made that. I never made the claim that there is a necessary condition.
Well, are you saying that trans women are not women? Is that your argument?
Yeah.
Okay, so then what is the necessary condition to being a woman that would therefore exclude trans women? What is the necessary condition?
The necessary condition for being a woman is being a adult human female. That is the necessary condition for being a woman.
Right, so would you be basing female off of what the chromosomes are or what the sex organs are?
No, chromosomes. No, chromosomes are not a determinative factor of gender. They're more of a, they expose what that person's sex is. They tell us. They indicate. They don't determine it. They're more of an indicator.
Okay, so then what are you basing female off of? What makes somebody female?
Someone who has the phenotypical structures to reproduce the large gamete.
Well, that would not be a phenotypical structure. I don't think you know what phenotypical means.
I think I do know what phenotypical. Do you know what phenotypical is?
Yeah, sure. Define it.
Phenotype is the physical manifestation of genotype. That's what phenotype is.
All right. Right. So, I mean, like,
so you didn't know what it was.
So, what is the necessary condition to being a woman that would exclude trans?
I told you what the necessary condition was: being an adult human female.
Right.
It's not very difficult.
Is that based right? So it's not based off of the chromosome. So is it based off of the sex organs?
It is. I've already answered this question. It is based off of being a female, right? Being a female is based off of having the phenotypical structures for producing an ovogamete. That's what it is. If you have the phenotypical structures,
but not all people who are assigned female can do that.
No, every single human being who's a female has the phenotypical structures to produce an ovogamete. They may not themselves be able to produce ovigametes, but they have the structures which are necessary to produce ovigametes. They may have some medical conditions that inhibits them of producing that ovigamete, but the structures, nevertheless, are still there.
Right. So if they have a medical condition, then that would be an exception to it, which is not
No, it's not an
not a
exception.
necessary
No,
condition.
even those people who have these medical conditions are still categorized as having the phenotypical structures to
Right.
reproduce.
So what that would be is an exception, and you cannot have
No,
an
it's
exception.
not an exception.
When I'm
I'm not
talking,
making
you're
an
not.
exception.
When I'm talking, you're not. If it is an exception, then you cannot have an exception with a necessary condition. It is
I'm not
exclusive.
making an exception, sir.
You absolutely are, because if
Sir,
you're
I'm
saying
not
that
making
all
an exception.
no, shush. If you're saying that all females have this one thing,
Yes,
or are
every
capable,
single female.
shush, or are capable of this one thing, but maybe there is occasions where you would have a medical
Stop acting
condition
so
that
effeminate.
that would stop you from doing it,
I
even
didn't
if
make
you
that
have the
claim.
capability. You might have a medical
I didn't make
condition
that
that is
claim.
shush. If you have a medical
are you
condition
so
that is
effeminate?
stopping you from doing this thing, then that would absolutely be an exception. You cannot have an exception with a necessary condition. So I'll ask you again, what is the necessary condition to being a woman?
Sir, I already answered the question. I'll answer it again just so you understand it. But I think you should start listening
Just
instead
one
of waiting
thing
to
before you,
respond.
just one thing really, really, really quickly. When you join someone's live, you should really pick an accent and stick to it, because you've changed about 3 times now.
Well, sir, the issue is
And
I
now
am
you're
telling
back to the
you-
first accent that you joined with.
I
So
am
if you
telling
could
you-
stick with that one, that'd be fantastic.
I am telling you what the necessary condition is. And by the way, I only
But
have
you're
one
not,
action. I
because
don't have multiple actions. I only have one.
but you're not telling me though, because you've given
By the way,
me,
I only have
you've
one
given
action. I don't know what accent you're talking about.
You've just changed it again, dude. I'm not
No, I
fucking
only
deaf.
have-
I am neither deaf nor stupid. I can
I
hear
think you're
this,
hearing
dude.
things. I think
But-
you're hearing things. That's your problem.
Well,
But instead
live
of-
chat
instead
on
of
both
acting so
TikTok and
feminine,
YouTube disagrees with you and agrees with me, but
Listen,
however,
instead of
listen.
acting feminine, you should listen and let me answer your question. You're acting
Okay,
like a
so
woman.
so you're just being
Be quiet and let me
misogynistic.
answer your
So
question.
you're just right. So you're
I'm
just
not
a
misogynist.
misogynistic piece
No,
of shit.
you're acting like my wife.
No. Shush. You're acting like a woman in a negative context, which means that you are absolutely being misogynistic. So do you want to try that again?
Do you want me to answer your question, yes or no?
I do want you to answer my
Ask me a
question, but I
question,
don't want you
because-
to be. But what I don't want
because
you to
it
be is
feels like-
misogynistic.
To me, it feels like it's going in one ear, out of the other.
Not
So
at all.
listen. You should listen instead of waiting to respond. Okay, that's your problem right now. So to answer your question, what is the necessary condition for being a female? The necessary
didn't-
condition, and I haven't made any exceptions.
I didn't
when I
ask
told
you-
you the necessary condition.
It's really, really weird that you said that I was just waiting to talk rather than listening. I didn't ask you for the necessary condition to being a
You did.
female. I asked you for the necessary condition to being a woman.
And
They
I
are
answered
different.
it. And I answered it. Your follow-up question was, "What is the necessary condition?" My answer was, being an adult human female. And then your
Yes, but you
follow-up
then
question,
went on to describe what that would be, that there are exceptions
And then
to the rule. So
yeah.
that is
No,
not.
I didn't make any
an-
exceptions. Stop putting words in my mouth. I didn't make any exceptions.
Okay.
Every single human
Okay.
being.
Chat, TikTok and YouTube. Did he earlier in this conversation say that you have this thing that makes you a female? However, you could have a medical condition which exempts you from it. Yes or no?
No,
Did that
I
happen?
said even those people with the medical conditions are still included in my definition.
Yes, he
So
did.
you should
Yes,
listen.
he did. Absolutely,
You should-
right there. So
you should
listen,
listen
dude. When I
instead of waiting to respond.
when I have people in TikTok and on YouTube who are on hand to fact check you,
I am telling you,
don't
even
lie
the
to
people,
me, man.
Even what I said was, no, you're not listening. That's your problem. Even the people who even the people who can't produce an ovigamete still have the necessary
Well, then that would be then that would be an
No,
exception
that's
to it. Thank you for
no.
proving
Even
my
those people are
point.
included in my definition. Even those people are included in my
You
definition.
can't include that in a necessary
I
condition.
certainly
It's an
can, because
exception to the rule. No, you can't.
Because my definition wasn't producing an overgamete; it was having the necessary phenotypical structures to produce an overgamete.
Right, but you
There's a
said that
difference.
even
Is
people
there
who
not a
can't.
difference?
You said even
Is there
people
not a
who
difference?
can't.
Is there not a difference between A, producing an overgamete, and B, having the phenotypical structures to produce an overgamete? Is there a difference between those two?
Yes,
or
there
no?
are a difference between
So
those two.
yes, there are. So
Right,
if
so you
I
can't
said
use that as your necessary condition. Thank you for
my
proving my
necessary
point
condition,
yet again.
my necessary condition is having the phenotypical structure to produce an overgamete, and even those who don't produce an overgamete still have those necessary conditions, those physical manifestations of those structures.
Dude, oh my God. You're saying that I'm not listening to
No,
you.
your
You're
argument
not
is just dog
listening to
shit.
yourself.
Your argument is just dog shit.
No.
That's
No.
it.
Shush.
That's
Shush.
your problem.
Shush. Shush. You cannot
There
say
goes the feminine
shush.
attitude.
Shush. You can't, dude. Keep being misogynistic. Keep being misogynistic. Please, please keep it up.
You're
Keep
feminine.
it up.
You are.
And see, there we go. And look, that's what happens. That's what happens. You want to be a misogynistic piece of shit on my live mods? Ban him, please. You want to be a misogynistic piece of shit on my stream? Get the fuck out. It's just not gonna fucking happen. Listen, I have way too much respect for the women in my life and for just all women as a fucking whole. To way too much respect for them to be able to no, stop it. Oh.